Hello guys, welcome to the next episode of Salesforce courses relating to flows. I think last time we had a lot of stuff going and also just about process builder for sure. Let's go on with it. So yesterday we figured out a little bit about the process builder, got out a bunch of things. We should go on with it, right? Okay, but we need to go into another environment for sure. Let's go into the easy environment we had from yesterday. Let's go for the dev funk, right? And this is also going to be your task as a developer or administrator to figure out how to write a sandbox for sure. That's why I'm showing you. So it's not only related to the flow for sure, it's also related to some other stuff in Salesforce, but education is about process builder for sure. But there are a lot of objects and techniques in Salesforce that are linked to each other. So you should be comfortable with all of them. So you can tinker a little bit and also link the techniques to each other. We have put this one, right? Actually, we have no action in there. That's not a big deal. We just get the right process. As you can see, this is was an inactive one. So if you're clicking on the link here, that's going to be the first link of the process builder or of the related process. And it's going to the last process that is active or inactive, doesn't matter. It's just the last one here, the last version. But what we want to go to this version is the active. So last time we just figured out, or we just were busy with the quick action. And for now, let's go on. Maybe I could have gone on with the version 18, but let's go for this one. I would say take it away. I guess the quick actions are fine. Equip, send custom notification, submit for approval, update records. Okay, so now we just got a lot of bunch or a lot of things in here. And for now, let's keep it. We just kept it a little bit simple, but for now, just let us link techniques of Salesforce to each other. So like the flows, right? You can open up a flow, and this flow will be launched. So in our environment, we just have some flows. So you need to have an overview about them. Let's go to the flows, and in the meantime, you can just have a look, but it's just one flow, so it's not really much. Let's go for it. As you can see, we have some screen flows and also one auto-launched flow. So what you need to do with flows, they need to be active, and as they are inactive, you cannot activate them or you cannot launch them. So let's deactivate it. So now I think it's not going to be choosable. Let's refresh this one. So let's go back to the lead put. You need to remember the name for sure. So it's going to be this one. So that's going to be the last version we get. So it doesn't matter which version, to be honest. We want to extend this version, so we go for it. So now we don't have any flow. As you can see here, you can only get auto-launched flows. So as of now, I'm just creating a new flow as I want to keep things um, as simple as possible and as comfortable as possible for you. And as the things are growing, we will also get bigger flows. So let's open up the flow. The flow is going to be auto launch flow. As you already know, the auto launch flow is a flow you can call from another process builder, for example. Let's say we just make a freeform. We don't want to make it really complicated, so we go like this. So as of now, nothing, absolutely nothing is happening in here. We just have our conditions, so we keep them up. We won't change anything about them because we are just investigating the actions. And as we want to keep it simple, we just go for it. Let's go for details. And now we have our credentials on, right? Okay, let's go. We need to create the flow at first. Then we need to put some stuff in it, so to change something, for example. And then we can go on. So what we need to do, we just want to update again. Just a label update like put, I would say, Frankfurt as a city. Yesterday it was Berlin, let's say Frankfurt as city, just to make sure we really have another one. So the description, now you should put a user story in here, also a pure description, but as of now, just keep it simple. Yes. We can choose two options, just specify the conditions, but we can also push the IDs in there. And this is what we should do because we want to have this lead here. And so we could go for all the leads that fulfill this condition, but as of now, we just go for the one lead. So as you can see here, you it's recommended to put a value in here. So we need to put a variable. The variable is going to be the lead ID. And we need to make sure also we should put a description as before, the user story and some other stuff, just to be sure that you can understand it later on. And as of now, we just put a record because it's coming from the flow, or we want to let it come from flow. It's just one value. That's why we are not allowing multiple values, and that's going to be the lead. Right? That's why we're putting in the lead, and it's available for input. Yeah? The input is going to be it can be called from the process builder. So we go for available for input, and let's say done. So the value here has been put. It's okay. So let's say done as well. So we have put the right variable. Actually, I want to update something. And I guess select it to update. Yes. Make sure to which record as an ID. Okay. Now we have to make sure that there's going to be an ID. Let's read it out. Make sure that each record has an ID. Otherwise, the flow can't find the records to update and it fails. For sure. But in here, it's not going to be like an update. let's specify some conditions, but I won't think it's matching. Filter, and now we have the set values. Yeah, actually that should be it. Okay. Okay, that's no. Okay, sure. Let's go for the filter, the specify. Let's go for the ID. And so the lead individual ID, is that right? I think so. I think so. That's going to be the individual ID. So in other contexts, we just do, yeah, the ID. That is what I meant. And then we need to get the lead ID from this here, the variable, and that isn't compatible. That's okay. Record single. Uh-huh. Interesting. So let's go for another variable. I guess that is not accepting it, but as of now, it's fine. Let's go for it. No. Update records. Put. Yeah, we go for it. Okay. We just go for the new resource. We will just go for actually it should be a variable of a record. But as of now, lead or just let's call it this lead, and let's go for a lead. Actually, it should be a record to be honest. Apex defined. No. Actually, it should be the record, but we also can go for a text. No. Oh, yeah, let's go for the text. That's fine. It's going to be an input. So as you can see, you just try it a little bit out, so to be sure to get it right. And now you are setting the fields like the city. Well, we wanted to have the Einsatzort. That's why we just put in the Einsatzort and then we go for the value. Just to keep it simple, we will do it like this. Let's hit done. I think as of now it's fine. Let's hit save. Let's say that's the Frankfurt flow. Just to keep it simple, right? Or the lead Frankfurt flow. Just because it's about a lead, you should give specific names to find it later on. That's I think that's not yeah, we don't need. Let's hit save, and so we have saved it, but we need to activate it. After activation, we can find it in here. Yeah, to call this. Let's go for the add action. I don't know if I have to refresh, but let's go for it. Yeah, I have to refresh. At first, we need to refresh, but it's not a big deal. So as it's activated, it should do the stuff. Yeah. Put Einsatzort in phone change. Let's go for I think it's this one. So the last ones we should delete because it's a little bit uncomfortable to read, and we already activated one. So we have a bunch of this. For now, I won't delete it now, but we should delete it just because it's a bad overview. So let's go for the flows. That's the Frank or the Frankfurt flow, and then we go for the lead Frankfurt flow. As it is activated, it arrives here, and now all the variables we have put in here is the income input variables we have put. You can put also into the process, and you can just hit the row, and then you can yeah choose them. But as of now, we just will put out this variable as we don't need it, but this lead we just need. And then we go for this lead, and then we hit the field reference for this ID, right? We just want to have the lead ID, and that is why we are just taking the lead ID. Okay, so let's hit choose and save. For now, we have the right one, and we hit activate, and then it's going to be activated, and we link the flows to each other. Actually, it should work. The best way, in my opinion, is to create a flow that's exactly doing what you want with some test data, just to make sure that this part is working. And you should save it as and then you should go for the automated one. But you can do both. let's go for it. Now we have fulfilled the credentials, right? So just like this. It's about the Einsatzort. Einsatzort needs to be empty. It's empty. Let's hit save. And the Einsatzort should be filled by now. So let's go for it. And it's filled with Frankfurt, right? So this is what is going to happen. So maybe I should summarize it again. So first of all, you can also go here, go for a new resource. Yeah? You have different ways, but first of all, you have to create a variable. The variable um, has a name. The name doesn't matter, but it has to have a name. Then the text should be like available for input. We can put a default value, but we don't need to. And then we hit done, and then we have a new variable. And this variable we can use for an update record. Right? I think it's also a little bit uncomfortable if you never have written code before, but it's okay. So as of now, we just use the specify conditions to identify records. I think that's the best one. So you can put in the filter criteria as you want to, and also the set field credentials as you want to. Mm, I think in the first place, it's the most comfortable and also the most flexible. This is just kind of, I don't know, to be honest. I never used it. Anyway, I never use flows because I'm just a developer and I'm not going to use flows or something. And also, process builder, I'm just using if there's really basic stuff, but for complicated stuff, I'm just using like, yeah, code. That's just it. I hope you can get the whole idea about this. You can put also some other conditions. I think that would blow things up if I would go on with that, but as of now, it's fine, I think. Yeah. Um, let's go on. Also in here, you can put all the fields that are on one object. It's not a big deal. You can just put in any field you want to, and you can put in some values. And the functionality would be like also like this. You can choose whatever you want to. But I think it's you just need to use flows if it's getting a little bit more complicated. So for basic stuff, you should just use process builder just because you just put some values in there under some conditions. And as things become more complex, so you just can go for this one. So you can go like use decisions, can pause something, you can take loops and also assignments. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I just can put a loop just to show you. So let's keep it simple. As always, we just don't want to change too many things as it's getting too complicated. Sure. So the other stuff in here is yeah, a little bit similar. So I think I don't need to explain the delete record. So just you need what you need to do with the yeah, with the process builder and also with all the stuff in Salesforce. You just need to play around a little bit what is happening and what not. But as of now, we are keeping it simple, and let's say we are going to a loop. We're putting in a loop. Let's say test. It's just a test loop, right? So test. The test loop needs to get a collection variable to collect something. Let's say we are hitting a new variable. Let's say it's just a collect variable. And let's say the data type is gonna be a number. Yeah? We're gonna go like number, decimal places is 0, just keep it simple. And then we enter the default value on 0. So it's not input, it's not output, it's just like let's say it's output. I think it's better. A value is required. Oh, yeah. Can't be. That's not an input. Okay. Get variable. That's good to know. Let's hit those. Oh, we need to create a new collection variable. So actually, that's a variable. Test. No, I think we need to allow multiple collection. Okay. Okay. The loop is going through a collection. It's not like looping stuff, like putting stuff or edit. Add more one or two or three to it or something. It's just like um, yeah, going through a bunch of records, right? If you have a bunch of records, you can do it. But as of now, we just need to for sure, yeah. We need some items. Just let's get some items. Maybe we should we can get leads, but we can also get any other object. So let's go for the conto, maybe. Yeah. It doesn't matter which kind of object you want to. Yeah, you can get more contours, or let's say less critical ones. Let's go for this one. Let's say user story. Let's go for the user stories. But as I say, it doesn't matter which kind of object you take. So we need to create some test data. This is what we're going to do. We are just putting in like, let's say the name beginning with test 1, 2, 3. Let's hit save. Oh, there's a duplicate. Sure, 1, 2, 3. Let's say save. Yeah. Okay. And then we need to clone another one. I just want to show you this why I'm just cloning 2 or something. 1, 2, 3 now. Let's say ABC. For me, yeah, this is also okay. ABC. So we got a bunch of user stories. It's just 2, but I just want to show some principles. So we want to get all the user stories that are beginning with test. So maybe we would change the name of it just to get 2 records and not more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 minus test. So we want to get all the bunches or all the user stories that are beginning by this test. So let's go for it. We go into the flow. And as you can see, it's a little bit more flexible in the flow, so also a little bit more complicated. Here you cannot get any record. You just have to live with the records that are related to the lead. And as if things get more complicated and you want to get some stuff, you need to go like get records, right? You need to read records. So let's say read test user stories. Yeah? And it's intention that I show you some items and then we cannot come on. I just want to show you which way you can go. Just do something. The worst thing or the worst way to go would be like you're sitting in front of your computer and doing nothing. Yeah, just try it out, play around a little bit, and not only that you get comfortable, just to solve some issues, right? Just put some or get some issues and try to solve them. That's the best way to learn Salesforce or to learn any um, programming language or something like this. The thing is about to solve problems. That is why you are there. So let's say we go for the user story. I don't want to go for the feed. I want to go for this one. That's going to be the object. Conditions, requirements, it's correct. And now we just get the right field. It's not just about the name. Yeah. So this is this one, just to make sure that we're going right. It's the user story name. And then it's not equals like start with test. So In here you have some operators, and with those operators you can say if it should be the same value as you're putting in, or it's not the same value, or start with, or something like this. Every time you're working with this, you can make you comfortable with that. Just remember this and play around with this, and so with more and more playing, you get more and more comfortable with this. And also ends with and is null and something like this. But at this point, we just need starts with. It's gonna be maybe let's say it's ascending, yeah. The field is like the name. It's like we're just sorting the stuff. So we get it out like I think 1, 2, 3 is coming first, and then there's coming A, B, C, D. At least I think. Okay, we're getting all the records, yeah, and we are just sorting all the fields just to keep it simple. Yeah? That's it done. And now we have a bunch of records in here. Now we can go for the loop again. It's just like this. Then it says test loop. The test loop is like we're going for it. You need to go for it. As you can see here, we have some records. Yeah? Just put it in, and then we have all the user stories, and then we go just first to the last item or last to the first item. So it would also have an effect on the order, right? So you can determine the order by getting the stuff out of the database, or the other way around. You just can sort it another way. It's really the same. You can also do it in a programming language, but we are not covering it here. So let's go for this. That's going to be a loop. And let's say it's going to be a loop. It's interesting. Do you use the current item and other element in the loop? Use the API name of the loop. Pause loop. Right. Get records. We need to after records we need to put in the loop for sure. Before we need to put in the records. So we just go like this. So that's going to be the first one. That's the second one. And now we are going for an assignment, right? So let's go like this. First to last, correct. I think it's not gonna be it. And now we just go for an assignment, actually. Yeah, let's go for an assignment. At first, we need to assign a variable. So like assign variable result variable to an empty string. Let's say we go for a new resource as we don't have a variable yet. So let's go for the type text, of course, or the type variable. Then it's going to be the result text we want to have. It's going to be the text, and the default value is going to be nothing. Let's go for input and output, and let's go for done. So this is going to be our variable we want to put, and we want to put it to nothing. Yeah? That's why we have chosen it. So let's go for done. So now we have extended the one. So we go for like this. Now we have an assignment, and we also could put the assignment to the record right away. Maybe you should do it. Yeah, just do it. No, it's like let's say we are hitting default. We're putting like default in there. That's it done. And then we're going like updating the record, right? And we need to put in the Einsatzort, not Frankfurt. We just need to get the variable in here. It's gonna be the result. Sorry, the result text, and then hit done, and then it should be fine. So the loop we just keep away. At first we need to make sure that this stuff is working. So we hit save as. Let's hit a new version. Hit save. Then we're going to go to activate it again. So the last version will be deactivated automatically, and this version is going to be activated. For now, this is called. We don't need to change this, but it's already done. Let's hit refresh to make sure, but in my opinion, it should be fine. Yeah, let's go for the stuff. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we have the Frankfurt flow. So let's go for the lead. Actually, we had a lead. We go in for the lead. We go for details. We go for the Einsatzort, and the Einsatzort should be empty, as this is going to be our condition. And so it's going to put in a default. So exactly what we have told them. It's putting in the default. Okay, that's going to be an assignment. But the assignment should be like this, or let's say this one. It's going to be empty. So it's going to be our assignment. So there won't be put anything. So let's see how to use the loop. Actually, we go from the assignment. We go from the assignment. We go to the loop, as the loop should take place now. And from the loop, we are going like an assignment, right? We just got the user story adding user story name. Just one example. So the variable I want to put is for sure the result text. Then we need to add something in there, and then we need to this one, and just a name, right? Just to put the name in there. It's done. And we just doing it for each or after last item in the collection. Let's say for each item in the collection, we will do the assignment. And then what is it exactly doing? It's taking the empty string, and then it's putting in the first name, like the test, I guess 1 to 3. It's putting first, and then after this, there comes the test A, B, C, D. Like this. So just to write down, I would say our result would be like this. This is expected. As I said before, it's like this, but we need to just write it down to verify it later on. So this is going to be our string afterwards, and let's go for it. And it's really important that we go not only for the assignment but also for the update records. If we don't have the arrow to the update records, it won't change anything. So we need to go for save as, hit save, and then we go for activate, right? So now it's activated, and after activation, it's fine. We don't need to investigate anything more. We just go for this one, fill through the credentials, and hit save. And it's calculating a little bit, so it's going to getting some stuff out of it, but it's only test ABCD. Interesting. Only test ABCD. Okay. So now we have to investigate what kind of error we could have, right? So the get records, we just go for the get records. So the name needs to be test or begin with test. So for now we want to get all the records, right? So let's go for only the first record. Let's hit done, just to make sure that we have the right order. This is going to be a collection, that's correct. So we go for the add records, and then we go for the assignment. The assignment is going to be nothing, okay. After this, we go for the loop. The loop is going to be first item to last item. This should be fine as well. And then we go for the assignment, to be honest. And then we go for the add. Each variable is modified by the operator and value combination. So the result text should be go to, actually for each item. Let's go, no, it's the same. Test.loop.name. Let's go for it again. This is going to be the collection. Record single variables, but those are single variables. Maybe we are not allowing multiple values, and that is why it's this one. That is this one. Actually, in my opinion, that there should be this should be fine. So the loop Awesome is not gonna like a variable. It's not a variable. Collection variable read test user stories. It's gonna be this one, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a collection, right? That's gonna be this one. And carrot item from loop test, blah blah blah. Okay, actually, in my opinion, that should work, but I'm rather developing, so um, I'm not going to use this one, but to show you, add. Actually, this should be fine, in my opinion. So we could get a bunch of stuff in there. Let's go for a different option. Maybe it's working. For each, and that's after last item in the collection. Let's hit done, but I don't think it would work. Let's hit save. And let's go for another try. It should put Einsatzort to result and then go for it. What should it's putting? So for now, it's putting test ABCD. That's fine for as of now. But in here, we are adding the current loop. That's correct. That's adding the last item. I don't want to add the last item. I want to go for each item in the collection. Specify I want to go to the adding user story name element. For each item, it's going to this. Let's go for another. Let's hit test. Let's hit result. Add the loop in something. Name. Let's go for done, and let's go for another one. After last item, so that's the last possibility. After last item, it's doing this. Okay, so it's not going to be this. So for each item, it's going in here, and after it has finished, it goes another way. But for each item, we want to go into the assignment for sure. And the assignment should be like adding operator. So we are adding to something to the result text. And let's go for this one. Let's go for test and test. So that should be fine. That's going to be the loop. First to last item. Let's go for last to first item. Maybe just change the order. Let's hit save. Let's go for testing. In my opinion, it's just getting the first item, to be honest. Or it's just, I don't know. Actually, that should work. So it's going for each item, and each item that begins with test. Okay, let's go. Let's go for equals. Maybe I'm just getting the both. If it works, it should be really strange, in my opinion. But, so test should be fine. That's already the correct condition. Oh, let's say right. Wait. We go for add condition. We go for or condition in here. We go for the name again. Not equals like equals. Okay. Equal this one. Let's say save. Done. But I don't think it's about this, right? So let's say let's save. Hit activate. And then we go for it again. Let's save. Test 1, 2, 3. So it's not going to add those things. It's just going to put the last value, right? But actually, then the assignment is a little bit crappy. Actually, the operator is added, not equals. Right? It seems a little bit strange. Add an assignment operator, like another variable. Let's go for the result text, and then we don't have too many options. Okay, but for now, I think you get the idea of the loop and how to connect the items to each other, and also the idea of an assignment. So the basic assignment is working, but some special stuff is not. So just to summarize a little bit, a process builder is for basic stuff, like changing something, and if you want to get a little bit more complex, you should go for the flow. Yeah? And in the next episode, we will go for the Apex stuff, as Apex is a little bit more comfortable in my opinion. So um, I don't know. This is not comfortable in my opinion. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, like, share, and see you next time.